Hello there and welcome. In today's video, we're gonna be looking at subject pronouns for beginners. So let's dive in. Subject pronouns for beginners, we have singular, plural. For singular, we have subject pronouns I, you, he, she, and it. Again, for singular, we have I, you, he, she, it. And for plural subject pronouns, we have we, you, plural, and they. Again, for plural, we have we, you, and subject pronoun he, singular, and this refers to a male or a boy. For example, Mr. Ken, Jake, Nicholas, and my father. Again, he is a singular subject pronoun that refers to a boy or a man. Example, Mr. Ken, Jake, Nicholas, my father. And for subject pronoun she, this refers to a girl or a woman, singular. Example, Mrs. Flintstone, only one woman. Miss Jackson, Cynthia, my mother. And we have here it, we have the book, the cat, the school, the weather. For it, we have the book, the cat, the school, and the weather. For they, we have Lily and Marshall, the cat and the dog, Jill and James, she and Barney. For subject pronoun plural, we have they. Example, Lily and Marshall, the cat and the dog, Jill and James, she and Barney. Examples: A. Tony and Timothy are basketball players. So in this example, in this sentence, our subject is Tony and Timothy. So we are going to replace Tony and Timothy to they, since our subject here is plural, Tony and Timothy. So we are going to replace Tony and Timothy with a plural subject pronoun they. They are basketball players. B. Example, Miss White is very clever. As you can see, we have here a singular subject, Miss White. So we have to replace Miss White as a singular subject pronoun she. She is very clever. So in this sentence, we have here our subject now as she. Letter C example, Richie is an English teacher. So in this example, we have here our subject Richie, which is singular. Richie is an English teacher. So we are going to replace Richie with a subject pronoun he. He is an English teacher. So he becomes our subject here. He is an English teacher. And who is an English teacher? It is Richie. D. Lion is the king of the jungles. Lion is the king of the jungles. So we have here a subject which is lion, singular. So we replace lion to the subject pronoun it. It is the king of the jungle. So lion was replaced with the subject pronoun it. It is the king of the jungle. The next slide is a practice exercise. Exercise. use the appropriate subject pronouns to rewrite the following sentences. You have 5 seconds to give your answer before I'm gonna move on to the next item and give you the correct answer. If you think 5 seconds is not enough, you can pause the video. Number 1. Mrs. Chart is very beautiful. Mrs. Chart is very beautiful. So in this sentence, our subject is Mrs. Chart, which is singular. So we are going to replace Mrs. Chart as she. She is very beautiful. Number 2. Dr. Phil is a famous person. Dr. Phil is a famous person. So Dr. Phil is replaced as he. He is a famous person. Number 3. Fred and Barney are good friends. Fred and Barney are good friends. So we have here Fred and Barney, which is plural. We're going to replace Fred and Barney to a subject pronoun they. They are good friends. Number 4. Is James good at basketball? Is James good at basketball? So, in this sentence, we have James, which is singular. So, we are going to replace James to a subject pronoun he. Is he good at basketball? Number 5. Maria plays tennis. Maria plays tennis. So, Maria is singular and is a girl. We replace Maria as she. She plays tennis. Number 6. Andy and I are cousins. Andy and I are cousins. So, Andy and I, we have here, our subject is plural, which are Andy and I. So, we replace them as we. We are cousins. Number 7. Wendy and Robin are good at math. Wendy and Robin are good at math. So, in this sentence, we have here Wendy and Robin, which is plural. So, we replace Wendy and Robin to a subject pronoun they. They are good at math. Number 8. Mount Everest is very high. Mount Everest is very high. So, our subject here is Mount Everest, which refers to an object. So, Mount Everest is replaced to a subject pronoun it. It is very high. Number 9. Mrs. Roger has 23 students. Mrs. Roger has 23 students. So, in this sentence, we have Mrs. Roger, which is singular subject. And we replace Mrs. Roger to a subject pronoun she. She has 23 students. Number 10. Is the TV too loud? Is the TV too loud? So, in this sentence, we have TV, which is an object. So, we are going to replace TV as it. Is it too loud? Is it too loud? Number 11. How are Jesse and James? How are Jesse and James? So, in this sentence, we have Jesse and James, which is plural. And we replace them to a subject pronoun they. How are they? How are they? Number 12. The weather is very hot today. The weather is very hot today. So we have here our subject weather. We replace weather as a subject pronoun it. It is very hot today. Number 13. Bruce, Arnold, and I are good friends. Bruce, Arnold, and I are good friends. So we have here our subject, Bruce, Arnold, and I, which is plural. Alright? So we replace Bruce, Arnold, and I as we are good friends. We replace subject pronoun we since the speaker is included. Alright? Bruce, Arnold, and I are good friends. So, we are good friends. Number 14. Are you and Mr. Parker related? Are you and Mr. Parker related? So, we have here you and Mr. Parker. We replace you and Mr. Parker to the subject pronoun. Are you related? Alright. Last item, number 15. The cat looks very friendly. The cat looks very friendly. So, cat is replaced to a subject pronoun, it. It looks very friendly. So, there you go, guys. That's the end of this video about subject pronoun for beginners. I hope you found this helpful, and if you like this video, please do subscribe, share, like, and let me know your thoughts and questions. Love to hear from you. Good luck and thanks for watching. Hello there and welcome. In today's video, we're gonna be looking at subject-verb agreement for beginners. So, let's get started. A singular subject must always be matched with a singular verb, and a plural subject must always be matched with a plural verb. See details below for subject-verb agreement rules with examples. The verb is affected only when in present tense for the third person. Verb tenses chart. We have here the subject and the verb, which is an action. For singular, we have he, she, it. And action is learns. So, he learns, she learns, it learns. Take note that our verb here ends in S. This is the base form of the verb learn, and we have to add S if the subject is singular like he, she, and it. For the plural, we have they learn. So, we carry the base form of the verb. They learn. If the subject is plural pronoun. And even if it is a noun, as long as the subject is plural, we have to carry the base form of the verb. Learn. So, base form of the verb, we have learn, walk, like, have, do. Take note that have and do are irregular verbs. Why irregular? Because we don't add S for the have if the subject is singular. Instead, have becomes has and do becomes does. Simple present singular. First person, we have I. Like, I have, I do. Second person, we have you. Like, you have, you do. Third person, singular, he, she, it. Likes, he likes, he has, He does. She likes. She has. She does. It likes. It has. It does. Alright? Simple present plural. First person, we, like, we have, and we do. Second person, you, like, you have, you do. Third person, they, like, they have, they do. In general, when the subject is singular, use the S form of the verb. Example, he walks. She walks. It jumps. Again, in general, when the subject is singular, use the S form of the verb. Example, he walks. She walks. It jumps. In general, when the subject is plural, use the base form of the verb. They walk. They sleep. They jump. Again, in general, when the subject is plural, use the base form of the verb. Example, they walk. They sleep. They jump. And attention, watch out for irregular forms for which the S rule does not apply. Attention, watch out for irregular forms for which the S rule does not apply. Example, he studies. He studies. She has. She has. It does. It does. He catches. He catches. It flies. It flies. The next slide is a practice exercise. Subject-verb agreement exercise 1. Complete the sentence using the correct verb from inside the brackets. You have 5 seconds to give your answer before I'm gonna move on to the next item and give you the correct answer. If you think 5 seconds is not enough, you can pause the video. Number 1. Anna and I blank to the movie theater every Friday. Anna and I blank to the movie theater every Friday. Answer is go. Number 2. Those apples blank taste so good that I can't stop eating them. Those apples blank so good that I can't stop eating them. So the verb inside the bracket is taste. Answer is taste. Number 3. My mother never blank with us to the beach. My mother never blank with us to the beach. So the verb inside the bracket is come. Answer is my mother never comes with us to the beach. Number 4. Jose blank all the time. Jose blank all the time. The verb inside the bracket is cry. Answer is Jose cries all the time. Cry become cries because of our subject, which is singular. Number 5. Fifi blank his toys in the yard. So the verb inside the bracket is bury. Fifi blank his toys in the yard. Answer is berries. Fifi buries his toys in the yard. Number 6. We blank our daughter too much. The verb inside the bracket is spoil. And our subject is a plural subject pronoun we. So answer is we spoil our daughter too much. We carry the base form of the verb which is spoil, for our subject is a plural pronoun we. Number 7. The radio blank by itself time to time. So, the verb inside the bracket is, we have a phrasal verb turn off. So, the radio turns off by itself time to time. 8. It blank always nice to go on a family road trip. So the verb inside the bracket is be. This time it is a be verb. So answer is, it is always nice to go on a family road trip. Number 9. The children blank early. So the verb inside the bracket is sleep. The children sleep early. Number 10. All of our energy blank into learning English. All of our energy blank into learning English. So the verb inside the bracket is go. All of our energy goes into learning English. All of our energy goes into learning English. We're heading now to exercise number 2. Complete the sentence using the correct verb from inside the brackets. Number 1. We both blank cats. The verb inside the bracket is love. Answer is, we both love cats. Number 2. Jerry blank with his friends. Jerry blank with his friends. The verb inside the bracket is study. Study becomes studies since our subject is singular. Jerry studies with his friends. Number 3. This furniture blank you perfectly. This furniture blank you perfectly. Answer is, this furniture suit you perfectly. Number 4. My laptop blank all the time. My laptop blank all the time. The verb inside the bracket is crash. Answer is, my laptop crashes all the time. Number 5. Both my uncle and my cousin blank how to play the piano. So the verb inside the bracket is know, and our subject is plural. Both my uncle and my cousin know how to play the piano. Number 6. My brother and Andre blank in the States. My brother and Andre blank in the States. The verb inside the bracket is live. Answer is live. Number 7. Bob blank the patties on the grill. The verb inside the bracket is fry. Answer, Bob fries the patties on the grill. Number 8. They leave the office around 5 o'clock and blank the next bus home. They leave the office around 5 o'clock and blank the next bus home. The verb inside the bracket is take. So answer is take. Number 9. I blank to wake up early on the weekends. The verb inside the bracket is try. Answer, I try to wake up early on the weekends. Number 10, last item. She reads many books that blank her learn new vocabulary. The verb inside the bracket is help. Answer, she reads many books that helps her learn new vocabulary. So there you go, guys. That's the end of this video about subject-verb agreement for beginners. I hope you found this helpful, and if you like this video, please do subscribe, like, share, and let me know your thoughts and questions. Love to hear from you. Good luck and thanks for watching. Hello there and welcome. In today's video, we're gonna be looking at telling the dates in English and practice exercise. So let's dive in. In American English, if you want to be formal, you write the month and the day, and then you add a year in numerical format. For example, May the 20th, 1981. A less formal way of writing the date is writing only the month and then adding the day and the year in numerical format. For example, May 20th, 1981. The least formal way of writing the date is using all numerical formats. Example, 05/20/1981. Note, you can use a dot or a hyphen instead of a slash. Again, note, you can use a dot or a hyphen instead of a slash. For example, 05.20.1981 or 05.20.1981. In British English, the only difference between American and British English in writing the date is actually the order of the month and the day. In American English, month comes first. However, in British English, day comes first. Let's study the table in writing the date or telling the date in American English and British English. So we have here American English, British English. For American English, day or month comes first, followed by day, and then the year. 05/20/1981. So again, for American English, month comes first, followed by the day, and then the year. So 05/22/1986. In British English, day comes first, followed by the month and then the year. So we have here 20/05/1981 and 22-05/1986. Alright? So again, in American English, month comes first, followed by the day and then the year. For British English, day comes first, followed by month and then the year. In writing in words, so this is how you write the date in words. May the 20th, 1981. And another one, May the 22nd, 1986. For British English, of course, day comes first, followed by the month and then the year. The 20th of May, 1981. For American English, instead of saying the 20th of May, 1981, we say May the 20th, 1981. And another one, the 22nd of May, 1986. For American English, month comes first, May the 22nd, 1986. Month comes first, followed by the day and then the year. Note, in both American and British English, months are written with an initial capital. For example, May, June, July, and so on. The following slide is a practice exercise. Practice 1. Read and write dates, exercise 1. You have 5 seconds to give your answer before I'm gonna move on to the next item and give you the correct answer. If you think 5 seconds is not enough, you can pause the video. Number 1. 20/05/1981. Answer? It's the 20th of May, 1981. Number 2. 22/05/1986. Answer? The 22nd of May, 1986. Number 3. 23/09/2012. Answer? It's the 23rd of September, 2012. Number 4. 01/10/1995. Answer? The 1st of October, 1995. Number 5. 02/01/2002. Answer? The 2nd of January, 22. Number 6. 10/03/1970. Answer? It's the 10th of March, 1970. Number 7. 16/06/2010. Answer? It's the 16th of June, 2010. Number 8. 15/11/2014. Answer? It's the 15th of November, 2014. Number 9. 24/12/2000. Answer? It's the 24th of December, 2000. And number 10, last item for exercise 1. 17/02/2020. Answer is the 17th of February, 2020. Practice 2. How to say the date, exercise 2. Number 1. November-2. Answer is November the 2nd. Number 2. September-13. Answer is September the 13th. Number 3. May-22. Answer? It's May the 22nd. Number 4. February-14. Answer? It's February the 14th. Number 5. October 20. Answer? October the 20th. Number 6. January -1. Answer is January the 1st. Number 7. July -4. Answer? It's 4th of July. Number 8. April -28. Answer? April the 28th. Number 9. March -7. Answer is March the 7th. And number 10. June -18. Answer is June the 18th. So there you go, guys. That's the end of this video about telling the date and practice exercise. I hope you found this helpful, and if you like this video, please do subscribe, like, share, and let me know your thoughts and questions. Love to hear from you. Good luck and thanks for watching. Hello there and welcome. In today's video, we're gonna be looking at the active-passive voice. So let's dive in. Active-passive voice. This active-passive voice video involves labeling sentences as active or passive and identifying the doer of action. Then, rewriting sentences from active to passive and vice versa. There's a space for students to write one of their own active and passive sentences. In active voice sentences, the subject does the action. Example, Liz played the piano. In passive voice sentences, the subject receives the action. Example, the piano was played by Liz. The sentence that uses the active voice is stronger, uses fewer words, and clearly shows who performs the action. The sentence that uses the passive voice is weaker and less direct. It is, however, not incorrect to use the passive voice. Sometimes, the doer of the action is omitted in passive voice sentences. Example, the piano was played. The piano was played. The next slide is the practice exercise. Active-passive voice practice exercise A. Directions. Decide whether the following sentences are written in the active or passive voice. Then write the doer of the action on the line to the right. If the doer is unknown, write a question mark. For example, we saw the game at the stadium. We saw the game at the stadium. Active or passive? Answer is, it is an active. And it is we. Alright? The doer is we. So, you have 5 seconds to give your answer before I'm gonna move on to the next item and give you the correct answer. If you think 5 seconds is not enough, you can pause the video. Number 1. Thomas feeds his dog. Active, passive. Thomas feeds his dog. Active, passive. Answer is active. And we have here Thomas. Number 2. The dog is fed by Thomas. Active, passive. The dog is fed by Thomas. Active, passive. It's passive. And the doer, we have Thomas. Number 3. The family went to the beach. Active, passive. The family went to the beach. Active, passive. It's active. And the door is the family. Number 4. The letter was written by Marshall. Active, passive. The letter was written by Marshall. Active, passive. It's passive. And we have here Marshall. Active, passive voice practice exercise A. Directions. Decide whether the following sentences are written in the active or passive voice. Then write the doer of the action on the line to the right. If the doer is unknown, write a question mark. For example, we saw the game at the stadium. We saw the game at the stadium. Active or passive? Answer is, it is an active. And it is we. Alright, the doer is we. So, you have 5 seconds to give your answer before I'm gonna move on to the next item and give you the correct answer. If you think 5 seconds is not enough, you can pause the video. Number 1. Thomas feeds his dog. Active, passive. Thomas feeds his dog. Active, passive. Answer is active. And we have here Thomas. Number 2. The dog is fed by Thomas. Active, passive. The dog is fed by Thomas. Active, passive. It's passive. And the doer, we have Thomas. Number 3. The family went to the beach. Active, passive. The family went to the beach. Active, passive. It's active. And the doer is the family. Number 4. The letter was written by Marshall. Active, passive. The letter was written by Marshall. Active, passive. It's passive. And we have here Marshall. Number 5. The game had been won by the blue team. Active, passive. The game had been won by the blue team. Active, passive. It's passive. And we have here the doer, question mark. Number 6. The problem was solved. The problem was solved. Active, passive. It's passive. And it's who solved the problem. And number 7. The stuntman risked his life. Active, passive. The stuntman risked his life. Active, passive. It's active. And the stuntman. Number 8. The fire was extinguished. Active, passive. The fire was extinguished. Active, passive. We have passive and it's a question mark. Who extinguished the fire? Number 9. The car was being cleaned by its owner. Active, passive. The car was being cleaned by its owner. Active, passive. Answer is, it's passive. And we have its owner. Number 10. It gets cold here during the winter. Active, passive. It gets cold here during the winter. Active, passive. Answer is active. And it B. Directions. Rewrite the passive voice sentences as active voice sentences. Passive. The dog was hit by the car. The dog was hit by the car. Active. The car hit the dog. The car hit the dog. The house will be built by the construction crew in 5 months. The house will be built by the construction crew in 5 months. Active. The construction crew will build the house in 5 months. The construction crew will build the house in 5 months. Rewrite the active voice sentences as passive voice sentences. Active. Julie answered the question. Julie answered the question. Passive. The question was answered by Julie. The question was answered by Julie. Active. The dolphins have learned many tricks. The dolphins have learned many tricks. Passive. Many tricks had been learned by the dolphins. Many tricks had been learned by the dolphins. Write one sentence using the active voice and one using the passive voice. Active, passive. So there you go, guys. That's the end of this video about active and passive voice. I hope you found this helpful, and if you like this video, please do subscribe, like, share, and let me know your thoughts and questions. Love to hear from you. Good luck and thanks for watching.